What's up guys? What's up cycling fanatics? Welcome back to another race video. This is Tour de Murrieta 2020. Right now I'm coming out of the last corner of the last lap. We've got one lap to go in the Pro 1-2 criterium and I'm right there on the Legion of LA sprint train. In this video I'm going to explain and show you how I did it, and I'll share my strategy on how to race as a single rider against not one but multiple pro teams. Check it out. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in again. Like I said, this is the Tour de Murrieta. It was on March 7th, 2020, just before the global virus thing started. So handshakes are still allowed, as you see the butcher box doing right here. And here's the start of the race. 75-minute criterium. Downtown Murrieta. This is California, USA. And it's a Pro 1-2 category. We have a couple pro teams which are present, but the biggest presence was from Legion LA. They're being super dominant for a while now, last year and also this year. And it turned out this was going to be one of the last races actually held in USA because of the virus pretty much shut down all the events. Anyway, I'm going to show you what's happening in this criterium, how I did it, and what my strategy was to get on that sprint train, on that big 11-man lead out from Legion LA. Like I said, there's a couple pro teams present. Right here we have Corey from Legion. I did a little interview with him about their strategy, how they set up their lead out, and I will make a separate video about that. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on that video. We also have Butcher Box with a couple guys. We had SoCal Cycling. They are pretty strong. We have Wildlife. We have a former Legion LA rider and multiple national champion, Sean McElroy. He was from Avelo, which is a continental team. And then we have two guys from KHS. Only two guys of the team, so it's not a big team, but they are pro. And also Skyline was present with a couple riders. So it was a strong field, an interesting race. And let's see how this was gonna go down. The lap was really easy. It was only 4 corners, all left-hand corners, and two very long straights in between. I had a little chat with Legion actually, and their best bet in any race will be to go for a sprint. That's really what they are specialized in. Justin also told me, like, yeah, we're probably gonna go for a sprint. So I wasn't too worried to stay in the front a lot and try to go with moves, because I really thought that this was gonna be turning out to a field sprint, and it really seemed to be that way. After maybe half an hour in the race, Legion already started going to the front. They shuffled things up a little bit. They got in their position, in their right order for their lead out, and that's pretty much when you know it's going to be a lead out. It's going to be a sprint, so I was going to be focusing on that. My only big challenge was to get into position at the right time, and it's all about timing. Everybody in this race was going to be fighting for their wheel, and it sounds a bit stupid, and I don't really want to do this just to go and ride to get on their wheel, but I have no other choice. Being a single rider, there's no way I can put myself in a position next to their train or in front of their lead out, you know, with 1 lap to go or coming out of that last corner. There's no way I can do that. They have 11 riders in their team, and the best bet for me is to get in position just before they start hammering it down. I'll try to explain what I mean as we go through this footage. So right here is 43 kilometers into the race. We have roughly 15k to go, and I'm right there on their wheel already. But you'll see that it's gonna get very crowded very fast, since everybody wants to get on their lead out. If I want to stay in this position, it's gonna cost me so much effort and so much energy because I'm by myself. I will have to go through the wind multiple times in every lap to go back to that position. Right here was a little crash, I think, from Butcher Box. Maybe at a flat tire, I'm not sure. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to stay up there as much as I can, but with at least of effort as I can. So this was actually a tailwind section where I could easily keep pedaling and just overtake a whole bunch of riders without really pushing. And then staying on the inside of the corners would help me, you know, overtake these riders and slide back into position. So right now I'm again back right there on the position I want to be in the last lap, but we still have a long way to go. We still have 10 kilometers to go. So right now it's gonna get super crowded. Everybody's starting to fight for this position. As you can see right here, there's guys coming from the right. They're going to attack and they're gonna slide in, try to slide in. So here I have to go to the side, go around, and you can imagine that this is gonna be a very tough position to be in. So I decided to take it a little easy right now and move back just slightly. We've got 8 laps to go. As we go through this corner, you'll see Legion still has 11 riders on their lead out. If you want to pause it, rewind it and pause it, you can count them. There's 11 Legion riders at the front. They're deciding the pace of the race, and everybody is trying to go around them left, right. We have Wildlife, we have Sean McElroy right here, we have Sumbaru. Everybody is trying to get into position. Butcher Box is up there. So what I do, I fall back a little bit. I'm not too worried. I still have time. I still have 8 laps to get back into position. If I do 2 proper corners, I can move up so much. I will need a tiny little bit of luck, but also proper positioning. Right here you can see how crowded it gets. Everybody starts pushing. Everybody wants to go move forward. Patience. That's what you need. I need patience. I'm going to try to get in position with 2.5 to 2 laps to go, because I know that's when Legion is going to start hammering it down. That's when they really hit the gas. And at that point, we're gonna fast forward to that a little bit. You'll see me coasting left and right, trying to draft as much as I can in the pack, not falling back too far. Like I said before, 2 laps to go. That's when they start hammering it down. That's when it's going to stretch out. And at that point, when you're in the train, there's no one coming around you because it's simply going too fast. Right here, I had the opportunity to move forward all the way to the front, like next to the lead out. But I don't want to do that because then I'll be riding in the wind. It's hard to come back into the draft after that. So I'm just staying back. I'm trying to stay with the first 30 riders, then I'll be okay. Don't fall back all the way, because to come back from the last position all the way to the front, that's a big effort. But if you are around place 30, you're just behind the battle for their wheel. That's where you want to be. You want to be easy. You want to stay comfortable. We have 6 laps to go right now, so I still have time. Fast forwarding, you can see it's long stretched out. Right here I am making up some positions. You can also see big attacks on the left and on the right. All I do is try to stay up there and don't fall back too far and get ready to push forward. Right here I'm going forward because one of these KHS guys was moving forward. So whenever I can move up without too much energy, I will. Sucky corner here, by the way, getting in the ditch. And I also try to take these corners in different ways. So try to go on the outside, try to go on the inside. Preferably do this in the beginning of the criterium so you know what lines to take. So right now we have 5k to go and it seems like I'm way far back. But it's actually not that bad because there's a long lead out train at the front, 11 riders, and then there's like a bunch. I want to be in that bunch, but not at the front of the bunch, because that's where the battle is. Okay, so here we come up to 4 laps to go. So I've got about 1.5 to 2 laps to get into position, because at 2 laps to go, I need to be in position and not get into position, because that's when it starts to go real fast. And from that moment, you're not gonna move forward anymore if you're by yourself. So here I go. through that first corner, I just overtook a whole lot of riders, and that was basically it already. I'm almost there where I want to be. I see Dante here on my left, 59. He's gonna be the sweeper of their team, of the Legion lead out. So he's gonna be the last guy on the train. So I know he's gonna move up forward. He's pretty good at getting into position. You can see there's an attack from the right. So right now what I need to do is move up a little bit and then keep that position as good as I can. Going through this corner is sketchy. It's still okay. I still have about 10 to 20 riders to overtake to get back into position. Okay, 3 laps to go right now. I still have quite some way to make up. Going on the inside, this was not my best corner. Didn't really trust the guy in front of me, so I do lose a couple positions right here. But then coming up to the back straight, I see my chance. I keep pedaling, I keep momentum, and I have to do a big push, yes, but I overtake like 15 to 20 riders right here. Going through the inside of this corner, and I get back on a reasonable position. I'm not there yet. As you can see, it's starting to get pretty busy. People are starting to push each other. There's attacks coming on the right side right now. What I'm doing is I'm trying to stay on the left. At least then no one can attack me from the left, and I can try to move up on the left side, stay on the inside of the corner. We're approaching 2 laps to go right now. I'm still not in position, and I know Legion is gonna push hard any minute now, any second now. So I need to move up. I need to move up about 10 spots still to get in position for that sprint. So here we go. This butcher box guy has a flat tire. So was this my luck? I don't know. But I overtake him. A couple of riders got stuck behind him. I get back on position, jumping a little curb right here. And then on this back tailwind straight right here, you can see it's all being stretched out. It's gonna get pretty quiet real soon. I'm pushing hard. We got Brian McCulloch on the left side. I know he's a pretty good rider that knows how to get into position. And he went on the inside, so I'm trying to stay there on the left side. Legion is going wide before every corner, so that's a pattern. We know they're gonna do that. Right here, pushing hard, going outside to overtake this wildlife rider, and then boom, that's it. I'm in position. Right now we have almost 1 lap to go, and they're gonna start firing at full gas, and I'm right there where I want to be. Can I be any more up to the front? Not really, because it's all one team except Brian, and they're not gonna let me in. They're just gonna push me away, and I'll be hitting the tarmac. Right now we got Wildlife trying to slot into my position. I'm not letting him. I'm staying up there. I'm going next to Dante a little bit, so he cannot get in front of me to squeeze back in that wheel. I'm on the inside, which is good. Final lap. We've got Bell lap right now. It's gonna go really, really fast. Heartbeat is already up to 190. I'm freaking going full gas to stay in their wheel. And as you can see, it's still 11 riders, or maybe it's 8 riders right now of Legion, and they're gonna peel off those guys off the front to keep it going. I'm staying right here. Here's one Legion rider who is done. He has done his job, and he's peeling off. They're still going full gas. We're hitting 55k an hour down that last straightaway, and as you can see, what I said, it's quiet. There's no one else coming around us because it's going so fast. So you need to be in position before this happens. And I got into position. We have 2 corners to go to the final sprint. My legs are getting pretty tired, so I'm not sure how much sprint I have left. And now, boom, last corner. We still have 4 Legion riders, then Sean, then Brian, and then another Legion rider. And they're gonna hit the gas full speed. It's a very long straightaway to the finish. I don't have what it takes to go around it right now and overtake these riders, so I'm staying in the draft. I'm already pretty done, and I'm trying to stay in the draft as long as I can and hold off for that final little push. Right here I go, and I try to push hard for the last little bit, and I did overtake Dante. I did overtake one more rider on that last straightaway. So I got 6th place with 3 Legion riders in front of me and 2 pros. So guys, that's how you do it. That's how you get in the Legion sprint train in their lead out. time it right, and you'll actually have a shot at top 5. And this is all when you're a single rider. If you are a team, it's completely different. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for that next video coming up soon. See ya!